feel your place within the chair. Just wiggle to be sure you can feel the chair supporting you. You may want to gently just take your feet to the ground as we release all lower frequencies, anything that no longer serves, back to Gaia, Mother Earth. And when you're ready, just gently allow the outer eyes to open, the eyelids to gently open. Becoming aware of your place in the space, one another, feeling the temperature in the room. And we keep this energetic field of gratitude and healing so that anybody now who walks in the double doors is able to receive an insight, a demonstration, a healing, a revelation by the energy field that we've left here, which is a fertile field for good. One more breath together. We take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And we release anything and everything that does not match that. And inviting you now to be fully present back in this moment. Allow the eyelids to open in your time. And this concludes the meditation portion of today's service. To each of you, I'm grateful and very thankful. Namaste.
Sound of wind chimes. You motioned over there and I look, and Jesus has very bright eyes right now. Morning, everybody. Look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. Look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. together. We come together in the name of love. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. David, can I have a little more drums? I can't hear it. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. There we go, thank you. Just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is so welcome here. My soul is 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 welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Thank you, Al.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely spectacular, as it is every single Sunday morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our spiritual center here in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. My name is Eileen, and it is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Always. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to properly greet you. We have a really amazing little gift for you. Thank you for coming. We're happy to see you with us this morning. And there is pizza afterwards. So, I mean, you know, the gifts of coming here just keep on coming. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so that you may participate more fully. And again, I say to you, welcome to our center on this incredibly beautiful day. I've heard it's going to get up to 74. Very lovely. Thank you.
So those of you who are new, this is a place in the service where we do what's called centering. This is a centering music. Centering might be a new concept for some folks. It really just means being quiet for a moment, listening to any kind of small inner voice that wants to make itself known. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me, I close my eyes to see that there is only love, only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself and it seems I've lost my way, I go inside, quiet my mind, and hear Spirit gently say that there is only love, only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. Only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only
And so I just invite us all to turn within, however that's comfortable for you. Let's take in that divine, sacred, and holy breath. Let's breathe that in. And with our exhales, we release and surrender anything and everything that does not match all that is divine. Just let it go. Hear yourself letting it go. We breathe in again that divine, sacred, and holy breath. And we release anything that isn't sacred with our exhales. And again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath, and we release anything and everything that is not holy. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern, each breath we take is indeed divine. Each breath is sacred. Each breath is holy. And the truth is that there is only love. Are you willing to do a refrain so that we can sing it together? I want you to have your solar plexus hear these affirmations. There's only love. Say it or sing it. Only love. Say it or sing it if you want.
Love that heals.
Love that heals. Love that sets me free. There is only love. And so we continue this morning's prayer knowing that anything and everything that needs to be spoken shall be spoken from this place. Anything and everything that needs to be heard shall be heard. That all insight and revelation is available in this very moment in time. All healing, all demonstration, all manifestation is yours by your willingness to say yes, yes, yes to your highest and best good. Are you willing? Just say, I am, I am, I am. And so it's from this place of unification and oneness. It's the platform from which I speak this prayer. I know that anything that needs to be shared shall be shared in the depths of your soul with yourself, that all prayer requests that have been made are answered with an affirmative yes. We continue to hold all those who are named, all those who have called to our prayer ministry we only see perfect God and perfect person, right? Same for all sentient beings. See them perfect in your mind's eye now, whole, complete, healthy, vital, abundant, refreshed, resourced, full of joy, full of inspiration, revelation, insight, wisdom. Say your own name in the space if you would, Brother Mark. And say the names, if you wish, out loud of any you hold in prayer. Jimmy, Peyton, Christina, Rosemary. Know that Spirit knows and makes a way, makes all the crooked pathways straight. Know that we never can forget those that we hold in our hearts, that we send the divine love of pure Spirit to make a way where we and the human may not be able to see a way. And together, as we always do, we hold the idea of peace now. Peace for ourselves, peace within our souls. Let's start with that. Let's breathe that in. Let's take this peace throughout our family units, all of them who are actually related to us genetically, and all of those in our tribal families that we create that support and always are there to uplift, maintain, and sustain us. We're grateful for them too. See this love and light, this radiance, this joy of pure divinity encircle and encapsulate every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of our being and each of those that we hold in our hearts in each of their beings. We now send forth this peace throughout the city. We head on all the freeways, north, south, east, and west. We cover the mountains with their light little dust of snow somewhere up there. We get to the oceans and the beaches. We now bless all of America. We now go north to Canada, south to Mexico, and then across the lands to all those places that have struggle and strife and conflict now. And we send our highest idea of peace, the highest idea, the highest frequency of peace now. Send it there with me through Ukraine, through every city, village, and town in Ukraine. See it blessed. See a hermetic shield of peace just cover all. See all the supplies they need, reach them with ease and with grace. See minds change and world leaders toward peace now. Anything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed peace, let it be moved away like the nothingness from which it came, like the winds that come, like the rains that come, to never again surface and reappear, and instead be replaced with peace with a capital P. Let's take that peace now through all the countries and cities that are in struggle and strife, the Gaza Strip, Israel, Palestine, Sudan, Armenia, the Middle East, Yemen. There's many places. Spirit knows all of them. Nothing is forgotten in Spirit. And so we send our highest vibration, the highest idea of peace, combined, multiplied here and multiplied magnificently, so that peace may prevail right here and right now with no delay. So I bless the rest of this service. I bless the meeting that follows. I bless all those who are of service. Thank you, David, in the sound booth. And thank you to Rick. Thank you to Holly on the board. Thank you to Al and Gilman. Thank you to Iris and Jean and Audrey. All of you. Marika, Al, Eileen, Ed. Know that a family from the back shelter made it to their home this week. How good is that? That our little teeny place was able to help a family reach their family. Isn't that amazing? So indeed, life is good. And we each take one small step every day toward goodness and greatness. Are you willing to receive a blessing this day? Let's just allow it. Whatever's for your highest and best good. In the Spirit, it's ordinary, and to us it may seem a miracle. So let's be willing to receive all the miracles meant for us now. Yes? So with a grateful heart, I release my word to the law of life. I know it is fulfilled. I feel good about it. And now just wait with great expectancy that it's good, true, and so. Nothing further is required of me. And I invite you to say together with all of us, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. Now we bring up Holly, the beautiful board member. Holly, are you both our vice president and secretary? Holly's everything.
Thank you. Okay, this is a reading, This is a reading from Thalia Hunter. There are times in your life where it is necessary to envision a brighter and more beautiful future for yourself, and to believe that it is possible. To know that no matter how dark your present surroundings may be, lighter times lie ahead, and to know this to be true in your heart, and to let that inspire you to wake up each day and walk by faith, not by sight, speaking these words to yourself. I am willing to endure the difficulties of today to the best of my ability, to heal what I may heal, love what I may love, and release what I may release. Because I know that more beautiful times await me, and so this inspires me to live fully now for the future version of myself, who will be grateful to me for not giving up on myself and my dreams while making the most of my current circumstances and finding as much beauty as I possibly can in the present. And that is written by Thalia Hunter. And this is a writing from Ralph Waldo Emerson. This is my wish for you: comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunsets to warm your heart, hugs when spirits sag, beauty for your eyes to see, friendships to lighten your being, faith so that you can believe, confidence for when you doubt, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, love to complete your life. Thank you.
You can count on me, I'll be there. You can count on me, anytime, anywhere. Count on me, if you're not strong, you can count on me, I'll be along. Sometimes things just happen that were never in your plans. You hope that it will be alright and try understand. Well, you can count on me, I'll be there. You can count on me, anytime, anywhere. Count on me, if you're not strong, you can count on me, I'll be along. What's the use of trying when things just turn out wrong? It makes you feel like giving up, but darling, just hang 'cause you can count on me. I'll be there, you can count on me. Anytime, anywhere, count on me. If you're not strong, you can count on me. I'll be along. I'm change, change, slower than eternity, or faster than the eye can see. Change, change, the only thing that's permanent from your feet up to the firmament is change, change. Things were never meant to stay the same, so let go of the fear and blame it. Change, change. If you're looking for security, then know that there will always be change. Well, you can count on me. I'll be there. Count on me. Anytime, anywhere. Count on me. If you're not strong, you can count on me. I'll be along. I'm change, change, slower than eternity, or faster than the eye can see. Change, change, the only thing that's permanent from your feet up to the firmament is change. Things were never meant to stay the same, so let go of the fear and blame it. Change, change. If you're looking for security, then know that there will always be change. There'll always be change. There'll always be change.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Al Yankee. And so, good morning, everybody. My name is Brother Mark. I'm a practitioner emeritus. And so, for those that are new, I just want to explain that means you had more than 20 years of service to our various science of mind-based churches and centers. And that was throughout Agape, that was throughout Palm Springs, San Bernardino, where else? Here, maybe some other places too. And so I want to just welcome everybody to our beautiful little sanctuary. Isn't it indeed beautiful? And so I'm so grateful to see everybody here. Holly, when you were reading, I almost ran up here because there's so many good affirmations in that one reading. So I'm going to break it down before I start for today, and we're going to do them together. Only say an affirmation if you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more you can make it so. I am willing to endure the difficulties of today to the best of my ability, to heal what I may heal, to love what I may love, to release what I may release, because I know that more beautiful times await me. And this inspires me to live fully now for the future version of myself who will be grateful to me for not giving up on myself and my dreams, while I make the most of my current circumstances and find as much beauty as I possibly can in the present. And so now the ushers are coming forward, and that concludes today's talk. Isn't that enough? I mean, if we really did that, you don't really need me to give you 20 more minutes of anything like that, right? Isn't that beautiful? Yesterday, so a couple things just came to my mind. I was working at a place that's a very busy place, and I was at the soda machine getting my sugar-free lemonade, which I like there. And somebody else was next to me and in a panic, and they were buying all their supplies for a party. I don't know this person. And she was just kind of talking to herself, saying that she's having a party today. And of course, I shouldn't even have said this, but I looked at her and I said, when you get home, just remind yourself to have a good time. Isn't that true, though? And she goes, thank you. I really needed to hear that. And she also could have punched me. But she just said, because sometimes we forget, right? We want it to be so beautiful, whatever it is for other people, that we forget to enjoy it ourselves. And that's really important, because once you prepare for a big party like that, I can remember many we've done over the many, many years. Yeah, you got to, in the moment of it, just enjoy it, right? You got to be in your best self energetically. And then the other one, this is kind of an important one. I hope they're not watching anywhere remotely. I hope we don't even tape this. So they said, we were at a dinner. We were at a dinner, and the person's a little older than me, almost 70, but lost their spouse who was handling the finances and is now in charge of finances. And they're more concerned now than before about the future. But if you really break down all of the conversation, the majority of people would be like thrilled to be in that person's situation. Everybody knows a person like I'm speaking about, right? And so there was am I making sense from up here? So it's like so it doesn't really matter how much you have if you can never be at peace with yourself. It doesn't really matter how much you think you need in the future if you have an illness that prevents you from even enjoying your future. Does that make sense? And so there's a more famous person than the person I was at dinner with, but if you look at their bio or their book, or there was a film about this too, it was Joan Rivers. And she said that if she ever saw her calendar bare, and she kept an old school calendar where you hand wrote, I used to do that. You used to handwrite on every day what you were doing. She knew that would be a problem, maybe financially, and maybe live like an empress, right? If you looked at her penthouse apartment in New York, it was like a mini castle that you'd see at Versailles, and so still didn't have that rest to live in the present moment. Do you see where I'm going with any of this? I think there's one more example. So one of our relatives, this is one of our nieces, has been dating. So she had a relationship, she had a marriage, that was over, and then I think it's at least been 4 or 5 years. I went to that wedding. It was in Vegas. It was beautiful. And then her current partner of how many years has, I don't need to name the names, we said it in prayer. I was talking about your niece and being in the present moment. How many years is it? 5 years together. So, and never got married. And now they found out he has been diagnosed with, at 40? It'll be his 40th birthday, February 6th. And is in like a stage 4 of something. So we did prayer work last week about that. So, like, if somebody's in love and you want to get married, be in love and get married, no? Some of our people are shaking their heads. They're saying, don't do it. But there's no, there's no rules and judgment, right? If people want to judge us, well, we just know, I want you to follow your intuition. And so now I'm going to get to today's topic, because I wanted to give real life examples of all this, right? That's to kind of bring it together. And then if you have some things later, I'll make that time. We have a time where if you want to share something, you can do that. So I'll go as quickly as I can with what I brought. I think I got to it, right? Standing on the rock of truth is today's topic. And it's the most important thing you can do. So that when these are the steps of affirmative prayer, right? Recognition that spirit or God, the universe, whatever you believe is all that there is. It's in me, it's in you. Unification, I am one with it, it is one with you. So every time we speak a word, we're speaking from a platform of one with it. Whatever you believe it to be, that's higher. And then the realization is all the great qualities of spirit, that those are yours right here and right now. There's no delay. There's no beseeching, begging, or asking, needing, or wanting. There's no pleading. And then the thanksgiving is just having a grateful heart about that, right? However that is for you. And then the release means you're letting it go. And I said something, I heard myself say it, about now all I am to do is wait with great expectancy that it's true and so. And I'm in that frequency or that energetic vibration for just awaiting my good. And let's just call it a vetted good. Right? Let's not call it any good. Let's call it a vetted good, that it's meant to be for your individual soul at this very moment in time for your highest and best good. Does that make sense? And then I have to find out where I'm going with this in my mind. So a couple of months ago, we spoke about that great big rock or boulder that's on the shoreline as you drive up the coast, up toward, I think, Santa Barbara and further, maybe up toward Monterey. And there's a boulder that's been there, right, for a very long time, and I think a willow tree or something that's there, right? And it's never been taken down with all the winds and the seas and the storms and the waves. And so when I'm asking you today from the talk title to be like that willow tree or that rock, and when you speak your word, you're releasing it, and you're just the boulder now. I like the silence like that. So you speak your word, and you know that you're making a declaration. Like if we were at the palace in the UK, it's like you're taking out the scroll, you know, and they still do this, right? There has been a birth of the child, and they weigh how much they weigh. And that's the same thing when you're doing your prayer treatments, when you're speaking your word. You're making the declaration to the universe of what you're open to receive. And I want it to have that power and that impact. I don't know that I have much more, but let's see. It says, start here. This is from Ken Wilber. In the deepest parts of our being, each of us is directly one with an evolutionary current, spirit in action, and the only ones who should be allowed to work politically are those who see the utter fullness of the great perfection in every moment of existence, and who work to manifest more of the good and the true and the beautiful in this glorious universe. Those who know full well that this entire world is nothing but the dream of infinite spirit. Yet each of us is this very spirit itself, dreaming the world of our own amazement. The second comes from Scott Aubrey's Spiritual Passages. Our highest calling is to open to the goodness, grace, and beauty of each other and of ourselves. From Ernest Holmes' The Science of Mind, page 332. The unity of good is a revelation of the greatest importance, for it teaches us that we are one with the whole and with each other. And if any of that rings true to you, let's see if we can say one as an affirmation. I'm going to say it, and then if you agree with it, then say it. It's going to go like this, and just hold on before you say it. I am one with the whole and with each of you. I am one with the whole and with each of you. Yeah, very good. From A. Helwa, Secrets of Divine Love. It's a metaphor. Just as clouds cannot affect the presence and power of the sun's light, your inner goodness cannot be diminished. As long as your heart is beating, you have a purpose. And we can affirm that. As long as my heart is beating, I have a spiritual purpose. Yeah, and so sometimes when people are going through really serious and heavy things, all we can know is see past the circumstances, right? I've had to walk into hospital rooms where you definitely have to see beyond the monitors. You have to see beyond whatever anybody individually is going through to see the wholeness and divine perfection that is beyond all that. And there is that. And it's not for us always to judge, like, what is the highest and best good? When we affirm that, we have to release that eye of the human may know, right? And there can be healings. There are, and there have been healings. I don't want us to ever give up on miracles. As I said earlier, miracles in spirit are ordinary. So we should always call them forth. From the Buddha. You ready for some Buddha action? Knowing life is short, how can we quarrel? Here's another one. From Buddha. When you move your focus from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. Never try to defeat people, just win their hearts. Sweet. From the Baha'i. This is selections of the writings from Abdul Baha. We must show tenderness and love to every human being, even to our enemies, and welcome them all with friendship, good cheer, and loving kindness. When we are met with cruelty and persecution at another's hands, keep faith with them. When malevolence is directed our way, respond with a friendly heart. To spears and arrows rain upon us, we expose our breasts for a target mirror bright, and in return for curses, taunts, and wounding words, we show abounding love. And if Al was up here, I'd have him sing it again. You don't have to, but you want to? Come on. There is only love. He's going to come. Ready? There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
There is only love.
Sing along if you want.
Only love.
Let your solar plexus hear this and feel
Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
this. Isn't that magnificent? Do you believe it? Then just say, I do. Thank you, Al. You see how codependent I am on you. So in the science of mind, this is from Holmes, we learned that persistent constructive thought is the greatest power known and the most effective. And the visible effect in our lives is not what it should be. If it is, if the visible effect in our lives is not what it should be, if we are unhappy, if we are sick, if we're in poverty or stricken, we know the remedy. The truth is always the remedy, and the truth is that the law of liberty is the only real law. When we reverse the process of thought, the effect will be reversed. Mic drop. You got it? So when you walk in the double doors, I love it, it still says what? Change your thinking, change your life. And it's a little more updated than that because that's really old school. It's really when you change the energetic belief behind your thinking, that's when everything can create. Does that make sense? In the principle of mental equivalence, we must be at that 100% of receptivity, or even 80 from 1. If we started at 0, it's good to get to 1, right? If we go from 1 to 10, it's pretty good. And I'm still convinced I will create an app where I can just scan your foreheads and know where you're at with right when we talk. We'll be like, for health and wholeness, you hit the high note today. So the health and wholeness and the divine healing is way higher, right?
Okay.
Is that true?
Sure.
How much? What's the percent?
80.
Yeah, and you still hit the high note at 80. And so we have to give ourselves grace. And that's why we do these spiritual tools and practices, right? Like sometimes an affirmation. Like the same person I was telling you about at the dinner, she used the words, I have to be in gratitude. And of course, that kind of struck me from behind. I was at the other end of the table. And then by the end of the dinner, of course, I had to open my mouth and I said, I just want you to know, skip it. Skip it. Because I think if you force yourself to be in gratitude, you're not going to get to the energetic of what gratitude is, right? Oh, I have to be in gratitude. What? No, you don't, right? Not at that moment. So you might use the other tool of affirming. And so we got to the idea in that same talk at the dinner, because I never really asked, like, how can I? It was Ed and me were at the dinner. How can we support you? That was a good question, isn't it? And she said, just remind me it's going to be okay, that I'm okay. And so the next morning I said, thank you for the time, and I texted just an affirmation. I'll have to look at myself. It was pretty good, but it was something like, I'm okay now. Like there's only the present moment, and I'm okay right now. Because if we're waiting for that future moment, we can really torture ourselves a little bit, right? In the human, we're pretty good at that. Or we can keep past hurts and regrets, or those would've, should've, could've that we talked about last week. We don't want to live there. We want to live in the present moment where all we can do is the next moment. And so our nurse in the back, she usually has a white lab coat, but now has is that a black coat or a blue coat? Okay, please pass around your medications for everybody. We lock the doors. No, I'm kidding, for the new people. This is the kind of little place we are. We're that church. So the nurse is passing around your medications. It's actually mustard seed, because we must build faith, right? And then our nurse was kind enough to provide this for everybody through a little company online that brought it in a vial this time for you as a reminder. Are you willing to have that faith of a mustard seed that can move mountains from Scripture? Are you? If you're not really sure about it, you can have a conversation with the lit up eyes of the painting. They light up just at this hour every Sunday morning. Are you guys willing to build faith? Yes. And that's evidence of what you can't see, right? It's evidence of what's not seen. Good. Then I don't really need to talk too much more about it. Thank you, nurse. And then we're going to have shots. Like later. We're going to have, what is the other word for that? Is it inoculation? Vaccinate. Yeah, we're going to be spiritually vaccinated by the time we leave here. In a holy way.
Oh my goodness.
Can you feel it? Bring out this, for the new people, bring out the snakes. I'm ready for the snakes. Okay. And then there were some new people that came around Halloween, and they couldn't come back after they saw the lederhosen.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, so this is I'm not sure if I'm going to do this whole reading. Maybe I'll skip it, but I'll do it another time. He had affirmations at the end from Mark Reed on Facebook. I'm going to say it. If you believe it, say it with me. I am awesome.
I'm awesome.
I am a magnificent creation
Magnificent creation.
of a loving creator. I love myself.
Love myself.
Do you? Do you? Do you? Yeah. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? You? I didn't see. Do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? You love yourself? You love yourself? You love yourself? Love yourself? You said what? Amen. In the back, lady in the back, nurse, do you love yourself? All right. Totally. David? He goes, oh yeah. Rick? You, Holly? Yeah. She goes, yeah, I think so. All right, so now it's a time of service. If anybody has something in their heart and they want to say it, I don't know if we're going to use a mic or not a mic, but you could just say it. We can all hear you. And it's going to be, okay, we'll pass it around, and we do have a mic. So this is the topic, right? Do you know the topic? I stand on the is it spiritual rock of truth? Is that the topic?
Rock of spiritual truth.
The rock, yeah, because we're standing from, the ground you're standing on is holy ground. You get that, right? So let's just say it. The ground I'm standing on,
The ground I'm standing on
it's holy ground.
is holy.
I can feel it. All right, so we'll pass the mic around, and let's see if anybody has something on that topic. Sir, with the cap. And we're taught never to call on the first person, right? Because they're going to be a heckler. No, I'm kidding.
So,
It's on.
it's on?
Yeah.
So it's funny because I went with a friend to an evangelical church right before this, and I told him I had to leave.
Can you feel it?
I felt it. So here's the thing. It said their message was grace, declaration, and being a rock.
Grace, declaration, and being. Use the mic up to there so we can hear you.
Grace, declaration, and being a rock.
Very good.
And speaking to it. So I come over here, and it's the same message, only, of course,
It's in a different way.
it's Mark's way.
Well, it's a way where we don't make you do anything, right? You do what you want to do. Last week we had a reading, Richard. Last week we had a reading, and I made a copy for you. It's a kind of reading you don't normally hear.
Okay.
And then I saw another board member walk in. Let's see, I had a reading for you too. I don't know why. Would you hand that to? I'll hand it to that guy. This is about what you said a couple months ago. Okay, and we're passing the mic now. We're standing on the rock. Over here, sir, Rick, and then Holly. Anybody else? Rick and then Holly. Oh, Rick. This is a time like we make it into for you to get something out of whatever you want for today. You don't have to participate, but you're welcome to. Do you see how kind of we're called that church? Exclamation point. Because it's a little different. Like we're talking at all these centers, right? There was 2 centers talked about the same thing, but in a different way.
You know, I really liked what you said about the Buddha and what he said about competition and winning the other person's heart. instead of winning the,
Here, let me just do it.
yeah.
Because we both should not try to remember what the Buddha said. You ready? When you move your focus from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. So let's do it as an affirmation. When I move my focus
When I move my focus
from competition to contribution,
from competition to contribution,
my life becomes a celebration.
my life becomes a celebration.
I will never try to defeat people.
I will never try to defeat people.
I will just win their hearts.
I will just win their hearts.
Very good. Keep going.
So, well, that's all I had.
Okay, Buddha Jr. That's our Buddha Jr. over there. Please, did you want to say something next? Are we done? Okay. I will never what? The Buddha? Stand by. Stand by. We're going back to Buddha. When you move your focus from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. Never try to defeat people, just win their hearts. Yeah, of course. Anybody else? We give 5 minutes of every Sunday to just a minute share if somebody has it. Last week, almost every single person here shared that. And now I'm going to do the closing. This is from Rick, and his last name is KneisleY. It's from Facebook. Oh, it's kind of long, so I just highlighted parts of it. I started to think more about prayer. My thought was, does the divine power and presence within us all really understand the words of our prayers? I mean, there are thousands of languages here on the planet Earth. Does the divine know them all? To me, that seemed unrealistic. So I started to think more seriously about verbal prayer. I wanted to discern whether it was the words of the prayer that were heard or something else. My conclusion after much thought and study was, it is the emotion in the words our verbal prayers produce that the divine understands and acts upon. Allow me to share with you what I consider to be a perfect example of why this is so. And then he pulls from Scripture. Mark 11:24. Maybe Richard heard it this morning, where Jesus says, "Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them." That's basically what our Science of Mind prayer 5 steps, the treatment is. You want to get the mic? I'll bring it. It's on. It should be.
Check. Yeah, this is kind of paraphrasing something from David Crosby. He said, when you smile, that's something that everybody does in the same language.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful, isn't it? And that's true. When you smile, yeah, it's something everybody does in the same language. And then, yeah, then some might be scared of our energy to smile back too, right? They're like, if I do, what's going to happen after the smile? But yeah, it's awesome. Thank you. And that's Gilman Carver, our musical director, everybody. Let's give him a hand. So let me continue with this guy. The element of belief is required in order to receive. The belief produces a powerful positive emotion of expectation and excitement that the good you've requested is manifesting now. With this understanding, the conclusion for this person's self was, when they prayed, to go within and do 2 things. 1, to see in my mind my every good want, every good need, and every good desire being fulfilled by the divine presence and power within. And then 2, to feel the joy of knowing all is being manifest. Those feelings of joy and enthusiasm are powerful because they are compelling and exciting emotions that the divine power within can quickly receive and act upon. Since the divine power acts on our feelings, why not make your prayer a seeing and feeling event? When you pray, go within, see the fulfillment of your heart's desire, and then staying within, feel the great joy and gratitude that your prayer is being answered now. And I mean really excited. The greater the intensity of the feeling, the quicker the power can act. Got it? And so now I'm going to close out. This is by Arundhati Roy. To love, to be loved, there's only love, right, Al? You can just, you want to play it in the background just a little? And we're going to start over. You remember this? To love, to be loved, to never forget your own insignificance, to never get used to the unspeakable violence and the vulgar disparity of life around you, to seek joy in the saddest places, to pursue beauty to its lair, to never simplify what is complicated or complicate what is simple, to respect strength, never power, above all, to watch, to try to understand, to never look away, and never, never to forget another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing.
There is only love.
And the ushers are really now coming forth. Thank you. Thank you, Al. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Did you catch it? Can you take it with you? All right. So as the ushers come forth, it's time to bless our givings. I'm going to ask, Seven, can you bring that lucite thing up here? Because we're going to do, after your normal giving, we're going to do an extra tithing, if you would. So just first we'll do our normal giving. We're going to bless it with an affirmation. I don't know if it's up anywhere. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And so it's the same portal from which we give as the same portal from which we receive.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing. And you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring. Bless you for your sharing, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And as the ushers are coming forth, I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands. Know that we can accept Venmo, PayPal, all the electronic ways to give too. Know that it comes in, the donations come in all week long, so we want to thank everybody who does that. So we bless these tithes and gifts and offering. We know they continue to be able to support another 70 years. For the new people, 70 years this place has been here. Is that amazing? We thank the Wilkersons, Dr. Ruth, our longest serving minister, senior minister. Picture should be still on the black piano that they donated. Son is in the house. David, thank you. And we just want to thank Audrey too, who's raised her family here for how many years? All right, so over 40 years. So we know that life is good. I know these blessings that you have willingly shared are enough to continue the mission of the great work that's done here. I want to thank everybody who serves, Jean with your heart, Ed with your heart, all of you, Holly who's done a shift, and Anne who did the metaphysical fair, all of you who support the women's cold weather shelter in the back. That indeed is a miracle right there, that a little teeny place like this can do such great, incredible work in this big city. Are you feeling it? I can feel you feeling it. That's why I just wish we could just stay like this. Let's just take a moment and stay like this. And that's enough to heal. I can feel all the love. Do you feel it? Receive it. Together we say, and so it is. All right. And now it's time for the announcements.
The announcements. Gosh and golly. Our annual congregational meeting is today at 11:30 a.m. Members, please plan to attend. There's not a word after two, but I'm going to hope that it's attend, other than, go skiing or something. Please, Jean, if you, Jean, if you wish to donate time and or food items to this, what? See Jean. Oh, the C is not. Please see Jean if you wish to donate time and or food items to the Saturday Sandwich Ministry and to volunteer to assist with the cold weather women's shelter. A big thank you to Ann Spear and everyone who helped to set up and coordinate yesterday's metaphysical fair. It was really a wonderful fair, and if you weren't able to come, we have another one coming up in April, and it was really wonderful yesterday. There were some incredible readers there. And yes, I had soap too. There's Ayurvedic teas and soaps and other things that were there, and great readers. They were wonderful. And that'll happen. And please join us at the Interfaith Council Bagel Bash. This is on Thursday, February 9th at 8 a.m. Now, I have researched this, and I can confirm there is actually an 8 a.m. on the clock, so that you can be there at that time. I'm not usually aware of it, but I believe it's there. And they have bagels. I used to call them bangles when I was little. January 30th begins the season for nonviolence. It lasts for 64 days from January 30th to April 4th. We have printed out this booklet right here, and they are back there, and I would like you each to take one of these home with you, and it has something to do every single day, 64 days, 64 ways in 64 days, season for nonviolence, something that's dear to all of our hearts, I'm sure. Does anyone have anything we have something coming up in February, and that will be Phil's Almanac. A flyer will be available for you next Sunday, beginning in February. That's when we put out the flyers at the season. I'm sorry? We absolutely do. Absolutely. And I'd be happy to make some more if you would like. Some more, because that's what I do. We have potluck and fellowship time right after service today, and thank you again for your presence. There is sweet stuff back there, and we have pizzas. If they're not here, they will be here soon. So enjoy the little get-together after the service here. Chow down on a few things.
We'll do the closing song.
Yes, exactly. I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. Now I am walking with my eyes. There you go. Wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. Here you go. Now I am. One more time.
Test 1, 2.
Wide open. Wide open. Wide open.
I wanted to just let everybody know the extra ties, if you want to do, is going to be for the Dream Band. We're going to do it once a month to gather a little extra funds for the Dream Band. It's all in the Lucite box right there. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the conversation.